Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. Today we're going to be taking a look at Soma here in the bottom right, going up against a Rush up here in the top right. These two are a match made in heaven. They're kind of like, they've been the future of their races since about ASL Season 5? Right around there. You might remember Rush is using ID like ASL Champ 5 Rush or something like that, and you know, Soma was rising up really well. You know, Soma finally does have his championship. Rush, you know, he's been to that finals, hasn't been able to quite do it, but definitely, you know, Light and him are basically the only Terrans that consistently get deep in ASL. So, yeah, they both really risen up. Kind of the younger, hungrier generation that's improved upon the previous as well. Right? Like, I think you can see a lot of ways. It's like when you compare Soma to some of these other guys, like, I don't want to say he's necessarily better than Queen and Hero and this older guard. But in a lot of ways he is. He's kind of like a more put together Zerg. There's like more to him than them in general, a wider range. And you see that with Rush as well. Like, if you compare Rush to Light, it's like, okay, Light's mechanics are a little bit better than Rush's for sure, and Light's understanding is top tier. But you look at, like, if you watch a Rush game, it's like, oh, he's like Light plus more harassment or something, right? Like a little bit more modern. And that doesn't always mean better, but it's adding these things into the already standard and existing plays that kind of pushes the game forward in a lot of ways. I think you would agree with that. So we're here on Knockout, and it is a pool first, which is a little bit interesting to see. I guess this was an overpool, right? Yeah, maybe he thinks that this could be like an 8 racks open or something like that. Makes 4 lings. He's not going to find anything to do with these lings. This is probably going to turn into a third base on a location somewhere. Oh, there is a drone over here. So when you scout this... So that SP, that's nay. So he was asking, is this Rush and everything? Yeah. So Rush is like, yes. And they're talking about Pro League and stuff. Anyways, this is a pretty common thing on the ladder. If you go for like an overpool and you don't get gas, because you can go like overpool and get gas and go quick muta, but if you don't, it's a third base on location. Like, every time. Rush should know this. But Soma is, like, the most cutting metagame Zerg. Like, he is the #1 Zerg innovator and has been, well, he was before the military, and I think he is again. And, like, he's really on top of things like this. So, Rush has to be looking at this and realizing that there has to be another hatchery somewhere. The minerals just don't work out otherwise. It's like, well, something's missing. You didn't get gas for 100 years. So we'll see how he wants to counter that. Yeah, this makes the most sense. When they take this third base, I think the smartest thing that you can do is add a second racks quickly. I also like the move out. If you bring an SCV with these Marines, like, you get enough Marines to kill the lings you've already seen and you move out. Because what you don't want is them droning up 3 bases. So what you have to do some like additional move outs. That's something I saw from Light a long time ago, was when this build started popping up, Light would consistently produce third depot racks just like this, and then he'd move out. As soon as he had enough Marines to beat what was on the map, he'd move out and try to put pressure on. And like, can we force more lings? Can we force a sunken colony? Maybe a sunken colony at each location? You don't know, right? But you got to try. You got to try those things. And we don't see him moving out. Maybe partially because he's talking so much. Maybe he just wants to hit a timing stim push. And if he moves out with the stim push and he's not, like, afraid of ling counterattack... Oh, this is huge, actually. He should have asked, where are you from, before he did that. You force 2 sunkens at both these bases. So that's, like, that's high value. For sure, that's really high value. Ooh, good block. That SCV had to be adjusted down. There was enough room for lings to get through there. That's crazy. That was a perfect click. That's a hard click to make because you're right on the edge of where the depot is and where you click on the depot. See, this is where you have to click down any more, and there it is. And then you click on the depot, and then he goes too far. Crazy stuff. That's a hard click to make quickly. That's a situation where I click down and then the lings go above the SCV. It's like, oh, man. Good move. Okay, and he might have turned around anyways. You don't know. But, yeah. Whatever. 2 medics coming out. A couple fire bats being made. Probably will leave one at home. Probably will bring one. Oh, he's actually got 12 Marines here. Looks like he's waiting for the fire bats. So 3 sunks being made and only 1 over here. Oh, leaves him at the choke. Well, that definitely makes you completely safe. Quite a few lings being made. This is one way that these 3 hatch players try to deal with it, is make a ton of speedlings to surround everything, but that can backfire. But look at how many sunkens he's forcing. This was the plan from Rush. This is one way to slow down a build like this. So going into 4 racks. Okay, so to go into 4 racks from here, the only reason you would do this is to continue to pressure, but there's already 3 sunks at each. So, like, once you have, like, 20 Marines with range, you will force the additional 1 to 2 sunkens at each base. But that's going to take a little bit to get that, and he has to build missile turrets in the meantime. Not a huge fan of going into the 4 racks, but you know what? His factory is basically on time. This is a nice thing about when Zerg delays mutas. You get way more SCVs, and you can get your factory before the missile turrets, which you can't do against 2 hatch. Like, against 2 hatch, you're on like 33 SCVs, making missile turrets off of maximum 4 barracks. And then after those are done, like, you still don't make SCVs for a little bit, and, you know, it's like that. You know what it's like, guys. You play ladder all day. So yeah, like Rush, he definitely has a lot of things. Oh, that makes sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so notice how 2 more, as I mentioned, once you get about 20 Marines, which is, let's see, there's 12, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's exactly 20 Marines, and he added exactly 2 more sunks. So you can see, like, really, I mean, these guys just have great understanding of what they're doing. But Soma just flew through and saw this. So whatever he was going to do, I think here you should get Greater Spire and Defiler Mound. That is my opinion on that. I think that is basically perfect if he does that. Greater Spire plus Defiler Mound. Because this is clearly turning into a tank push to push through the Sunkens. And one of the strongest things you can do against tank push, well, obviously Dark Swarm is the ultimate answer. But Guardians will do very well because they're only on 1 starport. They're not going to have enough to power down 6, 7 Guardians. So we'll see as that finishes up, if that's what he wants to do. Hydralis Den, Evolution Chamber. He's forced so many sunken colonies, but look at the drone count. He's actually dealt some damage to Rush with those mutas. We're down to 36 SCVs. That looks like a completely different game. And the Hive is about to finish. Let's see it. Defiler Mound plus Greater Spire. G-Spire? Can we have it? Okay, the muta's coming in for more harassment. Now, if he's going to lose these mutas harassing, then the Greater Spire won't be a good idea. But he keeps plenty alive. Oh, that one final shot. Oh, there it is. Told you guys. Where's the Defiler Mound, though? There it is. Okay, he's a little bit slow on it. But, yeah, this is exactly how to play. Both of them are playing really, really well. The position, in my opinion, looks better for Soma. Because not only does he have so many Sunkens you can't really push through them with the Siege Tank push, he's going to have, before you get through them, he will have Guardians. He's even making some more mutas for that. And you only have 1 starport, so you can't attack this easily, which means he can take a 4th base as soon as he's feeling comfortable. That could be at any time coming up. Like, I think right now you just focus on holding the push, because if you hold the push, the rest of the game is like, it just kind of lines itself up for you on how to win. So here come the 3 siege tanks, but the Greater Spire is almost done. Yeah, he's going to see Greater Spire. He's probably going to throw down a couple starports. He just scanned it, so he's got to know that this is absolutely not supposed to work. But if he can identify where the mutas are morphing, he can actually go push the other base. Now, if he turns and goes the other base, how does that reach there? Are we joking? Yeah, this is a suicide play. I think he realizes that he's been out strategized here. This happens sometimes where you know that you're basically screwed, so you have to do something. Dude, that's so many Sunkens. Wow. There's a second starport. I am surprised he didn't go up to 3. I feel like there's too many Guardians here, and it's too easy to just fly them over and, like, harass, where I would want to get a Wraith or 2. But I would not want... Okay, there is the second starport. Well, there you go. What I was going to say is you would not want to use up all of your starport build time on just Wraiths. Like, you need to get into your vessels if you're going to make this game work. And this game isn't going to work with a mech switch. You need more damage by this point, or a better economy yourself. So, yeah, glad to see him go for those 3 starports. God, I wish I could think this clearly in my own games. I'm like, ah! All right, the secondary siege tank push happening. I like that he rotated over here. Guardians are incredibly slow, so like it would take them forever to go over here. He's actually just morphing some new ones. Does he have... Yeah, so that's Plague on the way. So he does have Dark Swarm, but where's his Defiler? Should be popping out here, right? Oh! Yeah, I wouldn't quite have gotten that shot off just in the nick of time. He gets the Dark Swarm down. Okay, Rush pulls back. So he's going 3-port Wraith here, which I actually do not mind even a little bit. I think that's actually a really good play, because if you look at what his opponent's focusing on, he's turned all of his mutas into Guardians, and then it's like Defiler, Lurker. Now, Defilers do counter Wraiths because they counter everything in the game and in everything in every other RTS game, and everything in FPS games, and everything in MMORPGs, everything in MOBAs, everything in real life, everything ever written about in fantasy worlds. They are the ultimate counter to everything. But the Wraiths at least have a lot of mobility and have potential for damage. Like, for instance, you can kill every Overlord, kill the Guardians, patrol the edges, make sure there's no Scourge, you know, get a dropship in there perhaps. It's like a very kind of all-in play to go 3-port Wraith, but it's a very reasonable one considering what a bad position Rush is in many ways. I feel like with this 3-port Wraith, there's still some potential to win this game. Like, look at this. Okay, well, Plague goes down, so... Watch out, he might make a Mutalisk or a Hydralisk. Now, does he stay? Because if a Hydra pops out, he's going to lose everything. Okay, he should not have brought the Scourge up, I think, because the 2 Hydras are about to pop, and he would have killed at least 4 Wraiths. So these will actually get home and get repaired. So that's actually really nice. Really great play. And he killed that Defiler that was here, so more have to be made. Yeah, here's a new one. The movement of Rush is very good this game. The movement of, like, the Siege Tank Marine Medic, the way he's been going back and forth and putting pressure on both areas, he actually did end up killing the Sunkens on both sides. I thought he was just going to leave the game after this failed, where he stemmed in, because it's not really that great to trade for that many Sunks, but, like, I guess in a way it puts a different type of pressure on Zerg. Where it's like, well, now I can actually just appear there if you don't have solid defenses and break through. Whereas before, with that many Sunkens, you don't care if Marine Medic appears there. It buys you time. Look at all the command centers he's making. Dude, Rush is so good. He's so good. All right, another push here. Unloads the 3 dropships. Oh, what just happened there? Oof. He actually didn't even utilize his Wraiths. I was thinking more like the Wraiths would fly in first, then the dropships, but the 3 dropships doing great. Don't forget, though, he is a little bit all-in, but it's becoming less all-in because he's going to have these additional bases. It's just, right now, he doesn't have a lot of options other than tactical plays with like science vessels, or not science vessels, with the Wraiths and with the dropships. His science vessel count is extremely low. Like he's just now popping out some. So it's going to take a long time for those to build into damage, right? Like you can hit a couple of radiates, but like if you're going to win with SK Terran, it's either you're winning on a tempo play or you're grinding with vessels. So right now he's basically only got tempo play, which if you let up at all, Zerg is going to recover and win. But he's building into vessels, so he's going to have like another out, you could call it. Wraiths once again coming in for some harass. Ooh, missed plague there. Gets some overlords, though. Gets the supply block off. Throws down a radiate onto the lurker. 3-1 upgrades. Yeah, not too bad. 1-2, not bad, actually. Melee upgrades on the way. Burrow coming up. I think he's going to want to go into ultras eventually. That's what it looks like to me. I don't think he's going to go like right now he's kind of Hydra, Lurkerling, Defiler, but I think this is actually going, he wants to go into Lurkers. I don't think he wants to stay on Hydra this game. Okay, additional barracks up here. I actually feel like, yeah, I was just going to say, I feel like this is a time for factories. He's making one add-on with his factory. Okay, so he does have 2 facts. I actually want to see 2 facts over here. I think that'd be really good. Dude, the Wraiths, his multitasking, very good. The Wraiths flying around, still getting some damage. This is a damn good game by both sides, guys. At the early stages, I do think that Soma really outplayed Rush. But Rush has come back really strongly. He's really varied the way that he's approaching this. And this is nice and fresh because Terran vs. Zerg has been very hard for a long time now. It's been a much harder matchup than Terran vs. Protoss, for instance. Like, the win rate is just, it's been very low for Pro Terrans. But, like, this is very fresh what we're seeing here from Rush. Really like it very much. Okay, now this could be a problem. The Hydra Lurker Defiler coming up. Not the greatest siege there. Gonna kill one right away. Darkstorm goes down, so this tank's gone. Little Plague goes down. Still trying to grow his siege tank count a bit. Woo! Really good hits. All right, a small group coming up here. He actually, if he puts these in the bunkers, he holds this. Leading with Plagued Vessels. Got to be careful about that. Dropships coming in. Dude, he's all over the place. Seriously. Coming in funny angles and everything. Uh-oh, Lurker's here. Yeah, he was waiting to see which Lurker was in more trouble. Very good Darkstorm. Very good holding the Darkstorm. Ultra's Cavern gets popped. So yeah, he was planning on going Ultra's Cavern. Or Ultras in general. There is another one. Little attack here. He might not even... Does he know about top left? I'm not even 100% sure. This is an insane game. Holy crap. We've had some really good games lately, guys. Feels like everyone's getting in shape. We're seeing, like, so much fresh stuff. Look at this. The Fire Bat meta! Heavy Fire Bat Siege Tank is a great way to counter a Hydra Lurker Defiler. He just killed the Ultra's Cavern. So, like, that would make sense that he's kind of going into that comp. The thing is, if they're going Ultras, this comp actually isn't good. Like, you'd be surprised. If you get a ton of Siege Tanks, they're good against Ultras, but smaller amounts are garbage against Ultras. It's kind of a funny thing. You need enough that the Ultras just get punished no matter what they do. Whereas a smaller amount, they just get on top of it with Dark Swarm, and Fire Bats don't hurt them. All right, Rush coming down with mass Fire Bats. Dude, this is one of the better TVZs I've seen in a long time. Magnificent game. Look at this. 3 more dropships coming down. Oh, loses that one. This one's only half full. But it looks like he should be able to get this base. Oh, a Plague there would be so juicy. Target it. Oh. Okay, so he cleared this, but this is actually a scary army. There's only 1 lurker here, so he actually has a lot of potential to attack down there. By the way, vehicle weapons on the way. Still, yeah, no factories up in top left. But I guess that's okay. He's keeping enough pressure on. It's hard to attack that at the moment. Uh-oh, his Siege Tank's actually getting caught here by Ling Lurker. Oh, shoot. But he has potential in an attack over here. In the meantime, a lot of tanks do get picked off there. Quite a few. 3-2 upgrades looking great. 1-3 there for Soma, so not that far off. Oh my god. Mass Fire Bats. I love this. This is the craziest. I thought this game was over forever ago. Oh, you definitely want to target down the Nidus. The Nidus is the key to defense. Look at this 1 Fire Bat. Still just tanking over here. Too busy doing other things, though. We got to go look what those other things are. 182 to 111 supplies. There's still a chance here for Soma for sure. Oh, picks off all those vessels. Dude. Crazy. That is a lot of Siege Tanks, though. And he is going to have +1 relatively soon. Guy just racking up kills for himself. This 6 o'clock base. Yeah, if Rush can pick that off, that is very, very big. You do not want him getting another gas up. I actually kind of want to go around and check the gases. The main and natural gases should be empty. In fact, this one should be getting close, right? Oh, no. 1,600. Not bad. But depleted and depleted. Yeah, so he's actually on 1, 2, 3 if he can get this one. 3.5 gases. This is part of why we're seeing a lot more Lings go in. Because, well, this isn't mining gas right now, so he's actually on 2.5 gas right now. Geysers go down to mining 2 instead of 8, so 2 of them is half of a gas, basically. GG is called. I can't believe Rush won that, guys. That was one of the better Terran vs. Zergs I've seen in a long time, and I thought Rush was dead. I thought he was dead when he attacked those Sunkens with the Guardians making. I'm like, no way, man. This can't be right. But what a magnificently played game. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this so much. Got the chills running through my spine. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.